When it comes to Hytale, if you've been following me for a while now, then you should know that I am a huge fan of the potential for content creation within Hytale. So it's pretty standard thing for me to make another video about it, as I am determined to drain every last bit of content out of this topic. Hey guys, I'm EmberwulfZ and welcome back to another Wednesday upload. And today's topic, as you probably guessed from the title, is how Hytale could be used for professional development. Before we dive deeper into today's topic, remember that subscribing and liking the video is free and takes a few seconds of your time to literally change my life over time, as I plan to grow to a much larger level. I really appreciate all the recent support and I'm trying my best to improve as much as I can upon every video I make, so please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your experience with this channel better. Okay, that's enough of that, let's start the actual video. Professional development in Hytale encompasses quite a few topics, so let's break it down. We're going to be looking at a few main concepts, including internal professional development, external professional development, and examples of how these have worked in previous games and also how they could work in Hytale. Let's start with internal professional development. I'm basically talking about when people work on a project with the goal of providing a custom experience for other players within the game through the use of the game's available tools. In other games, there have been great tools for this, such as StarCraft and Warcraft map editors, which we will get into more shortly. But as we know, Hytale is providing amazing tools for developers to construct experiences within Hytale too. Sorry for the quick interruption guys, but if you do want to know more about these custom tools within Hytale, I'll leave a card in the top right for you to click on so you can understand the power and the extent of these tools provided by the Hytale team. I do apologise because I did kind of make up this phrase internal professional development off the top of my head, since I'm not too sure if there's actually a word for this, so I'd appreciate it if one of you guys could let me know of a more technical way to say it if there is one. An example of internal professional development would be the loads of custom game modes and maps within StarCraft 2's arcade mode. Here there is a browser for custom games on custom maps for custom game modes. That's a lot of custom stuff by the way, and it is awesome because developers can work hard on producing a map and have lots of people enjoy the fresh StarCraft-esque experience. I have to say that from personal experience, playing the arcade mode of StarCraft 2 was actually super enjoyable, if not more enjoyable than the base game for me. It acts as a fantastic way to take a break from the stressful and intense games of ranked StarCraft, as my goodness, some of these people are extremely good. At one extreme, a StarCraft 2 pro going by the name of Cyril reached 420 APM during a match, which means 420 actions per minute, which is 7 actions per second. The guy is a fucking machine, and is one of the best StarCraft 2 players of all time. Now Hytale would have a much broader variety of content because the extent of their tools are much greater than what was provided by StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3, which is fair enough considering both of these titles were released over 10 years ago. There is no doubt in my mind that there will be tons of amazing content made by the community over Hytale's lifetime, and as many of you know, I am unbelievably excited for this. A planned example of internal professional development in Hytale that we know of already is the Blockshot network. The Blockshot network was first announced by the famous Hytale/Hypixel Skyblock YouTuber 30virus. They aim to provide fun and competitive shooters within Hytale, and I'm sure they will achieve this. You can see how this is an example of professional development because they even have their own website before the game is even out yet, and consequently shows they are taking this very seriously. I respect their dedication and ambition, and I wish them the very best with that. If you want to find out more about Blockshot, give it a quick search on the web or YouTube and you'll easily be able to find it. I'm sure lots of other development teams plan to accomplish relatively similar goals as the Blockshot network, and I certainly look forward to seeing the outcome of this. What is interesting though is that if the Blockshot network really does thrive in Hytale, then maybe they may start working on their own games outside of Hytale in their own proprietary software optimized for making competitive shooter games, which leads me on to the next topic, external professional development. Once again, I did kind of make this up, but as a quick brief, I'm referring to the development of games outside of the game where their ideas originally came from and were developed. This may be better explained by examples, and I have 2 excellent ones just right for the job. One of the most famous examples of this is the birth of the MOBA genre, and the creation of the infamous League of Legends and Dota 2. If you haven't played or at least heard of these games, you're clearly living in outer space, as these are some of the most famous games ever, and have really withstood the change of time while maintaining high popularity throughout. You can find out more accurately detailed explanation of these events I will describe in a minute in other videos, as that would certainly not be fitting to this video's length. As mentioned earlier during this discussion, I said how Warcraft 3 had a map editor that came free with the game. This map would also allow players to create custom maps for the basic game mode to Warcraft 3, but further allow them to customize a lot more than just that. So through giving the players creative freedom, a MOBA game mode called Dota was initially developed. Eventually Dota was expanded by several developers, they split off, and to turn a long story short, they kind of just decided to turn each of their own visions into an actual professional game, and not just a custom game mode within Warcraft 3. One of these games was League of Legends, and the other was Defense of the Ancients 2, also known as Dota 2. As you can see, magic happens when you give the community the ability to construct their own ideas, and is consequently why I am so excited about Hytale. Moving on to the second and maybe more obvious example, how Hypixel created Hytale. Hypixel is the biggest Minecraft server, and it's not even close, so it's obvious that over time the server has brought in large sums of income, and some of this income was used to start work on Hytale, because as you may or may not know, Hytale has been in development since about 2015. Basically, what I am referring to here is how internal professional development of a rather professional Minecraft server instigated the start to a wonderful little game called Hytale. This gets me excited because what if a very similar thing happened in Hytale as this, and also the Warcraft 3 to Dota shenanigans? There are many possibilities for Hytale, which is almost scary but massively exciting because literally anything could happen. In conclusion, you begin to see how internal professional development within games can often lead to external professional development, and can bring some really awesome and popular games with it. I cannot wait to see the finished product of Hytale and its tools, and just get to work on creating some really awesome servers, mods, etc, whatever I am capable of. Anyways, hopefully you did enjoy today's video, and make sure to let me know what awesome ideas you have for when Hytale comes out so I can steal them. Sorry, I meant discuss them with you, but on a serious note, I love discussing things like this, so remember to join the Ember Empire Discord server, link will be in the description. Remember to like and subscribe, also as I am trying to grow as fast as possible and it has recently slowed down a little bit, so if we could get back on track that would be really awesome. Other than that, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.